Melissa. Okay, so, oh, my glasses are a bit blurry, so we're gonna go no glasses this time around. So I'm obviously gonna start my channel with a couple of videos. Let me just place you guys down for 1 second. Hopefully this stands here. I don't know if it will. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm over here. Now follow me, baby. Good job. Okay, so. All right, let's get this going here. So, I'm gonna start my channel with a couple of videos because I can go for hours and hours and hours forever. First thing I'm gonna post is going to be probably this video or the other two that I just recorded. And I want to tap into now about something that I really struggled with when I was going through a hard time in my life. And by hard time, I mean a breakup. So, I think it's very untalked about. Let's get this reset here. Oh yeah, okay. It's very untalked about. I'm walking in the forest, by the way. Love the scenery. This is the best thing I've ever done. Like, I'm so happy that I bought this. I had to skip the gym today because I was super tired. But then I just pulled this thing out and I was like, boom, I'm wide awake. So I will be going to the gym on the weekend anyway. Enough of that. I'm Jared Ginsberg. Love you all. I know this is probably going to go to no one, but I don't care. I'm going to keep posting and making videos because I have needed to do this for years. So, I'm going to talk about about the almost like void emptiness that can come from the initiator of a breakup. I ended my own relationship. It took me a long time to get there. I was really, really struggling internally, trying to figure out whether I could fix the relationship or should I keep him around or should I just drag it on or should I just stay here unhappy. I was very avoidant. I was not good at bringing up issues in the relationship, and there were many things going on at the same time. Ultimately, it took me about 8 months to finally say, okay, this is enough. This needs to end. And we were dating for about 1.5 years. So 8 months out of 1.5 years, that's a lot of time. And that can happen sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just everybody does it at their own pace. Oh, look at that log. That's kind of cool. Let me give you guys now. I got a log right there. I love this thing. This thing is so awesome. Anyway, so when I broke up with my ex, I was so happy because I had been holding on to this dreadful feeling of, oh my God, I gotta break up. Oh my God, I break up. Oh my God, I break up. She's gonna be heartbroken. I'm gonna break her heart. I'm gonna shatter her heart and step on it and throw it in the garbage. For 8 months, I was thinking that. And I even tried to break up with this person twice, and I failed both times. Until I finally got the courage to do it, and I did it. I was so happy because I had finally gotten rid of the dreadful feeling of, I need to break up. I need to break up. I need to break. And to finally get that off my chest, wow, amazing feeling. What's interesting though, is in that first week, I had all this motivation. I redid my whole closet, which I was trying to do for years. 3 years I wanted to redo my closet, and I did. I did redo it, and it looks phenomenal. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Doesn't really show the drop off here. I'll try to show it my best. All right, that's the drop off, and then that's normal. But, oh yeah, that shows it pretty well. So, what was I talking about? Oh, what was I talking about? It's gonna kill me now. No, I got distracted. That's okay. I'll continue. So, what was I talking about? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it took me about 8 months to get there, and then, oh, that's what I'm about. So yeah, I did my closet. It turned out amazing, by the way. And I did my closet. I felt all this happiness for about a week. What was interesting though is once that great feeling of, I finally fixed my life. I got this woman out of my life who needed to go, and now I'm no longer doing her wrong because I was lying to myself, and in turn lying to myself, I was lying to her, and I was keeping her around really for about 4 weeks. To her, I think she thought it meant way longer, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, a proper breakup always has broken ends that you need to just figure out. Stay quiet, keep quiet, go no contact, And that's how a proper breakup happens, because then both parties can actually just deal with it on their own, and it works better that way. But anyway, I'll tap into that probably another video about no contact and how that's a must. You need to do it in some form. You can still be friends, but you shouldn't be talking. Anyway, so about a week, my hair is just destroyed. We're just gonna leave it how it is. It took me about a week to realize, oh crap, I'm single. And boom, heartbreak, like a wave I've never experienced. I felt extremely alone. I felt very, very hurt, like just deeply like mourning this person. I felt guilty because I did her so wrong. I wanted to message her so bad. I wanted to message this woman more than anything in the world. I wanted to message her so badly, but I didn't. And I have, number one, myself to thank, but also my mom and my best friend. They really helped me see the issues with that. When you reach out to your ex that you broke up with, you're being really rude. And when you're reaching out to an ex that broke up with you, and if they specifically told you we need to go no contact, you're also being extremely rude. Because what are you messaging them for? To talk. And what happens when you talk to an ex? You're both recently heartbroken. Old habits come back. You feel euphoric again. You feel like everything is gonna go great. You're gonna make it work again. Then you're in bed with each other, and then this whole disaster just starts. Don't message your ex. Ever! And if they text you, you don't message them. If you can't grasp that, you'll never get through a breakup. That is just my belief, because I've been through it. So yeah, I was severely heartbroken for about 5 months. 5 months is a long time. There's a bug on my screen. About 5 months I was heartbroken. And I was happy when I broke up with her for about a week. 1 week. And then I saw Conan Gray and I saw Rule, an Australian artist, both in concert, and they just shattered me into a million pieces. Then I found out, and I still don't even really know if this is true or not. I'm gonna assume it is because I trust my friend with all his soul. Then I found out that my ex rebounded. Oh my God. Was that a road that I did not expect to have? Now this is where the heartbreak really started. This was at about the 3-week point. We had dated for a year and a half. We were long distance. She was basically across Canada, and from where I am, she was literally like a 17-hour drive or a 3-hour flight. 3-hour flight is no cheapness. That's like $600 one way. Maybe you can get it lucky on like this 1 week out of 1 month in October where it's like $90, but it's expensive and it doesn't work as a normal relationship. So, found out she rebounded in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and that just shattered me on the floor. And I kind of had this expectation, this feeling of like, you know what? I hurt you, you hurt me, now we're even. And it kind of felt like that at the moment. But then, you know, I think as a breakup passes, you really learn how to look at things better. And I did, and I fully understand why she rebounded. But in the moment, you can't think like that. All I could think of was like, you were so mad at me for wanting to leave you that when I finally did, you go to someone else? Are you like, I was like infuriated. I was sad. I was like lost. I felt like shit. I was so gone. I was just like out of it. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to eat. I lost 10 pounds. It like just wrecked me. And I don't even know if this is true. All I know is one sentence that my ex sent to a friend of hers. That's it. And here it is destroying me. And I still, to this day, and I don't really care to know anymore because I'm over it. And by over it, I mean I'm content with it. I don't think I'll ever get over it. No, I'm over it. It's more just like you come to terms with it. And it's no longer painful to think about. That's why I'm able to just make this video. But I made this like it wrecked me. Like it honestly wrecked me. But in the moment, I had to think of how, like, am I gonna sit here and let a rebound really affect me this much? I broke up with this person. I was well aware that this could happen. But when it does happen, when the person you've loved for so many years when you break up with them and then they just boom, they rebound with someone else, whether they're intimate, whether they're not, it doesn't matter. It's still going to hurt you the same way. It is a pain like no other. It is excruciating. And I think it's so excruciating because look at the view here, eh? Wow. Hey, don't lose me now. The view here is phenomenal. But yeah, it's excruciating. It is one of the most painful things you'll ever go through. And hey, what's going on here? Let's get my so here. Okay. And it's so painful because you in that moment I realized how quickly things can change. You can have two people who have been locked in, loyal for years. And all it takes is one person to end it. And in a month, you guys are both with other people. You're both looping. And usually, looping, as shitty as it is a very normal habit because people need people. And I think in my ex's life and in her situation, she had no one. She went to a new foreign place. She spent most of that time talking to me because we were long distancing kind of there. And I don't really know, but I'm going to assume off what I saw, she doesn't have an extremely supportive family. And even the ones that are supportive, they're in another country. Can't really get support through a phone call. So this person rebounded. This is what I mean. When you gain the ability to look at things with like the bigger picture, I can say what I just said. It makes sense why this person rebounded because they were alone. I was hanging out with my grandma. Like I haven't spent a whole day with my grandma 5 years, and I spent a whole day with her because I was going through a hard time with my cousin, with my brother, with my mom, I was going out with people. Like it was just like having actual dinners and talking. It was good. And if you have none of that, I can see why someone would rebound. That's what I mean. And you know what causes that? Time. Nothing other than time. The brain replays things over and over and over again. And when you break up with someone, you're going to have some unanswered things. If you're not ready to accept that, you're never going to get through a breakup, especially on the first one. Your brain will naturally fill in the blanks. Humans naturally are wired to find the least path of resistance when it comes to mental struggles. And when you break up with someone, there are tons of them. There's millions of unanswered things, questions that you're gonna have. But what's funny is your brain almost is like a separate entity to your mind, and it will learn, okay, enough. You will also learn too. So, yeah, I have been going through all of this whilst, I love it, man. This gimbal is amazing. I love this thing. But yeah, look at, I had been going through all of this, and I was the one who broke up with her. And that's the whole premise of this video, is that the person who breaks up is not the one who usually doesn't give a crap. I don't think that's a true statement. I think it can be true. But I think people who are broken up with can also not care at all. In my instance, I was the one who broke up with this person. I think this person really thought that I didn't give a crap. In reality, I was hurting, man. Like I was hurting bad, and I was heartbroken bad. But I wouldn't take it any other way because it's made me locked in on the gym. I've gained 15 pounds. I am consistent in the gym for 3.5 months. I would have never ever grasped the concept of how to finally be consistent had I not gone through that heartbreak. You can turn a heartbreak into the best fuel for 50,000 different things as long as you deal with it right. Every heartbreak is shitty. Okay, some are much worse than others. Some people cheat, and being cheated is unlike, I can only imagine how brutal that is. Then there's even worse ones where, you get into legal trouble with kids, or, I don't want to say the big word, but I'll spell it out, RAPE, that's another big one. SA, like just tons of things, SH, like there's just tons of things. These kinds of breakups really get into like big disastrous things, and they can cause a lot of trauma on a character. But honestly, the biggest thing that you have going for you is your mind. If you can finally figure out why things are the way they are in your mind, you will figure out your life. It's as simple as that. Anyway, this video has hit 15 minutes, so I'm done. I love you all. I hope you can appreciate my little storytelling and just explanations. I don't really know what the premise of this video was. I'll probably title it, I don't know. I'll think about it. But basically, if you guys gained anything, if you're gonna gain anything from this, it's heartbreaks are hard for both parties. And you need to learn really how to grasp a heartbreak, because a heartbreak can be easily destroyed in seconds. And what I mean by that is you guys can both be heartbroken 3 months later, and all it takes is one message to blow that all up. Usually it's via text. Or there's other instances too where it's like you can have a heartbreak and you can completely destroy your whole life just because someone's no longer in it. That's also not wise. Okay? I personally myself was thinking, oh my God, I'm never gonna ever like another human being again. And then I went on a cruise for a week and fell for a woman hard. Obviously I knew it was a cruise, like it's never gonna work. But it broke that belief in seconds. And it's only been 5 months. I think that's one of the biggest struggles. You know, I felt really alone and empty and like, am I ever gonna find love again? When my ex looped around with another person. But look, it just got shattered. And I think that's why I've gained the ability to actually finally get a gimbal and start recording, because I'm done. I have so much knowledge and so many things that I can talk about forever and ever and ever, and I've never taken a single video in my life. Well, I have, but in my car singing. No more. So, I love you all. I did go over the limit just a little bit, which I didn't want to do, but that's okay. Love you all. I hope you guys are amazing. And heartbreak can be the best fuel or it can be the worst fuel for growth. It's your choice. It's your choice. Love you all. I wish you all well. Heartbreak's just a part of life. We all got to go through it. And if you don't, you don't. If you do, you do.